to my channel. Today I'm going to kind of do like I did the new skincare that I'm trying. I want to do it with new makeup brushes because I bought a lot of new makeup brushes lately. I've tried some of them. I haven't tried some of them. So I wanted to do not quite like a review, but just an overview of the new brushes that I've gotten so that you can expect to see them in upcoming videos or look for them to be in favorites and whatnot. But I'm just really excited to share because I've gotten a lot of good things. Let's go ahead and jump into what I've gotten. Again, some of them I've used, some of them I have not. I will be sure and tell you which is which, obviously. Maybe I'll start with something that like I know I like because I bought it as a repurchase on purpose because I needed some more for my kit. The only thing I don't like about this one particular brush, which is the one that I wanted, this is a kit from Real Techniques, and I really wanted another one of the multitask brush. I love this brush. I just posted a brush picture on Instagram yesterday and asked y'all what your favorite makeup brush was, and I thought about it and I'm like, could I even answer that? Could I tell you what my favorite makeup brush was? And it'd be so hard because they're so versatile. There's so many. I mean, some are great for foundation, some are great for, you know, it's so hard to pick one. This one though, if I had to only have one makeup brush for my entire life, this would be it because the name says it all. It truly is a multitask brush. I can use this brush for powder, bronzer, blush, highlight. I can like pinch it together and use it for contour. I could even pinch it together and use it to contour an eye. This is just an absolutely beautiful brush. I love it. I love it. The only thing I don't like about it is that it only comes in a set. Now, Real Techniques, I know you're not watching my tiny little channel, but oh my goodness, I so wish you would do this single. As a single, I would buy like 6 of them. But it only comes, to my knowledge, I may be incorrect, but I have searched high and low, in this set. Now maybe they have it separately on the actual Real Techniques website. I don't know. But when I bought it, I could only find it in this set, which comes with a domed shadow brush, which I rarely use this for shadow. I will, however, use it for powder and concealer. I do like it for that. And then a foundation brush, which I do like because I tend to paint the foundation on my clients first and then blend it out with a sponge. So that's the first little kind of repeat, and I was able to give a review on that because I absolutely love it. And I want more, and I want more, and I want more. All right. Some of these are dirty because I have used them. This one it's not the most expensive one, unfortunately, but it was pricey. This is the Artis Oval 7 brush. We all have seen countless reviews on these brushes, so I'm not going to go too far into it. It is very dirty. I'm washing all my brushes today, so I'm going to set this to the side. But so far, I am enjoying it. I don't know that it's worth the $62. I get 30% off Artis, so I got it on a discount, but it was still expensive. So I don't know. I have to play with it some more. I find it works better with some foundations than others, but I find that to be true with all brushes. So still playing with that, but I definitely am not regretting my purchase. Now let's go on to the most expensive brushes I bought. I know I've talked about Rae Morris before on my channel because I hauled her Makeup Masterclass book that she has. She has quite a few books, but that's the one that I hauled. She is an amazing, true makeup artist. I find that her technique is just really bar none. Like that you cannot find her technique in any other artist. I can't anyway. I just really like her work. I respect her work. She's from Australia. I can't say anything bad about her. So I really wanted to try some of her brushes. Now, they are not cheap. They are a luxury brush line, much like Wayne Goss as far as prices. Something you might be a little more acquainted with is the Wayne Goss prices. You can get them on Beautylish. I actually purchased straight from the Rae Morris site because she was running a 20% off special. But again, they're not cheap. So the first, I only got 2, but I will be getting more. The first one is the Deluxe Kabuki brush. Now I will be putting the actual name of the brush plus the price down there, but I believe this one was $40 and it is just a natural goat hair kabuki brush. It's a very versatile brush. You can use it for contour, you can use it to place blush, you can use it for highlight. You can use it just to press powder in. It's just a really nice natural hair brush. I think that it's very reminiscent of like Hakuhodo or Chikuhodo or even some Wayne Goss brushes. So $40 to me is not that much for a nice brush like this. They have nice wooden ferrules. All of Ray Morris's brushes are magnetic down at the bottom. She sells things where you can attach them to and have them all set up magnetically, which I think is very nice. But however, I don't have that stand yet. But that's the first brush. Again, this is the #1 Deluxe Kabuki brush. Now this one I was the most excited about, and it was the most expensive. I think that I think this was $40 on her site, but I think it might be $35 on Beautylish. This I think is $75 on Beautylish. And this is the #27 Radiance brush. Okay, so it looks like this. It is dirty. I have used it. It is meant for liquid foundations. And it is very reminiscent. I think Becca carries one like this. I think maybe even EcoTools has it. Obviously, EcoTools is probably not the quality hair because this is extremely soft natural hair. And it just applies foundation brilliantly. If you want a separate video on any of these brushes, but especially this one, let me know and I will do one. But I really do like that brush. Okay, this one I got from Hourglass, and I got it because I just saw the picture and I wanted it. That's why I got most of my stuff. I saw a picture, I thought it was cute, I thought it looked good, I wanted it, I bought it. That's just how my brain works. But it comes in this nice little pouch, and it is, let me see if it has I don't even think it has the name. I think it's their ambient powder brush. It looks like this. It's this small, very small handle, almost like flat kabuki brush. And it's meant for their ambient powders, but I find that it applies any kind of powder very nicely as just a nice wash across the face. Super, super soft. Like, I am looking forward to buying some more from the Hourglass line because I really enjoy the feel of those bristles. All right, I think I'm just going to go kind of down in price. So let's see. The next two I got were from Kat Von D. And I wanted these specifically for my kit. I have not tried these yet. They actually just came in. But I got the number 40 brush, which is this small pointed, see how it comes in a point right here, kabuki brush. And it's meant for concealer. So that's why I got it, was to blend out concealer underneath my client's eyes. I think it's the perfect size, and it is very soft. So I am looking forward to trying this, the next client I have. And then I also got the foundation brush. Same concept, just much bigger, super soft, and I can just envision it like pressing in, sliding down, buffing in, however you want to do with foundation very well. So I'm looking forward to trying those. Now, the next one, I almost didn't want to talk about it before I bought it before I bought more, because I wanted to buy like 6 more because I love it so much. It has quickly become one of my very favorite eye brushes. I can't describe why it's different. Let me tell you what it is. It's the Louise Young Definition Crease Brush. Like this, just any kind of crease brush, but it's not just any kind of crease brush. Let me compare it to the MAC 24. So everybody knows what the MAC 224 is, but do you see how this one right here is the MAC? This one's the Louise Young. It's a little bit skinnier and it's a little bit more pointed than the MAC. I find it gives the most precise blending of a crease color ever, and the way that the bristles are cut and tapered, it blends it out flawlessly. It's a tad scratchy. That's the only thing that I will say. It's not the softest brush by any means, but sometimes I feel like the soft brushes don't blend as well as I like them to because they are so soft. So this one just gets right in the crease and it's perfect. Some of my crease brushes, even this one sometimes, especially on small eyes, will blend out your crease color way too much. You end up getting it on your lid, which most of the time is fine if you're going to be covering it up with a lid color. But if you're not, you're just doing like one crease color, it can be a little much for the crease. Sometimes it gets a little too high up to the brow bone. It just depends on the real estate you have on your eyelid. But if you have a small lid, sometimes these bigger brushes aren't as great. This one is the perfect size. I consider me to have like a medium-sized eye, and it's the perfect size for that. It works well on small eyes. It's just, honestly, I don't know that I own a crease brush that I like better than this. I own a lot that I really like, but I don't know that I like one better than this so far. And it's really impressed me. I don't know what else to say because it's just really impressed me. Okay, now, oh, and I got that at Namie's. I don't know where else you can get Lise Wattier. All right, I got a few Bdellium tools. It has a B in the front of it, but it's just Bdellium. For some reason, the B is silent. I got a few of them because they came out with some new ones that I have not seen before, and I was very interested in trying out. Now, I love Bdellium Tools brushes. I almost always get the yellow handle. This is I think their studio line. They have a lot of different lines. They have a lot of different color handles. I just have always bought the yellow handle and have always been really happy with it. Now, this is the 953 brush, and it is just a small stippling brush. One of the reasons I love Bdellium Tools so much is their handles are so long. I don't prefer short handle brushes. The longer the handle, the more versatility I have in the application technique. For instance, if I want to hold it like a pencil, I can really buff that snot in and just like really go to town. If I want to hold it in the middle, it's medium pressure. If I want to hold it way out here in the end to maybe just kind of stipple on or buff out like a pretty intense cheek color, a cream cheek color or something, I have that ability with these long handle brushes. The shorter the handles, the less versatility I find myself to have in application technique. So I really appreciate that the Bdellium tools come in these long handles. I believe they do have short handle travel brushes as well if you prefer short handles, but I just really like that. Now I'm trying to let me find my MAC 130 to compare that to. Never mind, apparently I can't find my MAC 130, and that's very disheartening. I hope to goodness I didn't leave it at my last job. That's one of those things that's going to keep me up at night until I find that sucker. So I'm going to really, really try to find it. But anyways, my whole point was this is very comparable in size and structure to the MAC 130 stippling brush. This would be good for, like I said, cream blush, cream bronzer, cream foundation, liquid foundation, anything like that. Now the two that were newer that I really wanted to check out are these, I don't even know what they're called, but they have a patent pending according to the Ferrule. Didn't notice that until now. This is the 788. Now, if you can see, this is the side. It is straight on one side, and it has an angle on this side. Okay, so that right there is the angle going that direction. I hope that you can see. This is meant for concealer, to pat the concealer in. It's perfect. The angle makes it really easy to get into the actual crevices of the eye. And then there is also a larger one for foundation. Now, I actually believe this is the middle size. This is the 968. I believe that they have one that's even larger than this, but I find that this to be the perfect size for foundation for the face. I find anything larger might be a little too clunky. Is that the word? You know what I mean? A little too big for the face. So those are the three that I got at Bdellium Tools. Interesting concept, and just wanted to give them a try. Now, I have only gotten brushes from one more place. Let's see if I can get room here to show you. I bought a brush folio. I brought 2 brush folios. I don't know if you've ever heard of them, but they come like this. This is random. I don't know why I'm showing you this, but the brushes I want to show you are in here. You open the brush folio like this. It folds over, and then it sits on your vanity or your workstation or something like that. My brush belts, which I love, were getting a little too cumbersome and too much. They've taken up too much space within a workstation when I was working. I needed that space for actual makeup products, and sometimes you don't have a space. I mean, sometimes you're working off like a night table, okay? It's not, so I wanted something that was going to save me space. So I bought 2 of these. The thing I don't like about them is they only carry 40 brushes. And I know, oh my goodness, Mandy, 40 brushes? You need more than 80 brushes to do makeup? Well, sometimes I do. Because if I have a bridal party and there are like 7 faces and I have 5 hours to get them done, I don't have time. I mean, I'm not bringing an assistant with me. I don't have time to clean my brushes like in between clients. So I use a different set of brushes for every face, and sometimes that's upwards of 80 or more brushes. So that's the only thing I don't like. My MAC 224 goes right here. Where are you? Oh my heavens, now I don't even know where my MAC 224 is. It's like the black hole of makeup brushes. I don't know what's going on. Here it is. All right. Anyways, there we go. Now it's full. So I just wanted to show you that. But the brushes that I want to talk about, I am long-winded today. All right. These came from Friends Beauty. Friends. Love me some Friends Beauty. And their house brand is called Stilazzi. Now, Stilazzi, you may have heard of their eyeshadows because they're very, very reasonably priced. I mean, like under reasonably priced eyeshadows. And they're pretty good quality too. So you may have heard about them. But anyways, the Stilazzi brushes are what I wanted to talk about. I first heard of these. Deshawn Hatcher, a very successful makeup artist, has a YouTube channel, and she was talking about these, and I had to give them a go. Again, I'll put all the prices down below, but they were not that expensive, and if you have a pro discount at Friends, obviously they're even cheaper, and I wanted to give them a try. This is the DF105 brush. They're all white and black, which I like, and it is just your standard large stippling brush, which y'all know I love to buff out a face, and rarely do I come across one that I don't buff out, so that's what I got this for. I imagine it would also work wonderfully for cream and liquid foundations. I just have not tried it for that yet. But for the buffing out technique, I love this brush. It's very sturdy, it's weighted perfectly. The bristles are just dense enough and just pliable enough to do exactly what I want when it comes to buffing. So I have really enjoyed that one. This one I actually have not used yet, but it is the S107 brush, and it is a foundation buffing brush. I imagine it will work also for cream bronzer. I just am so used to pulling the same brushes for that step in my clients and myself that I sometimes forget to try out new ones. So I'll let you know about that one, but I do like the quality. I got a couple of eye brushes, and then I'm going to go to the favorite one that I bought. This is the S119 brush. Now, I can't tell you how much these black-haired brushes in the Stilazzi line are so soft. This is just a all-over shadow brush. If I'm doing, like, if I do a photo shoot or something and I want just clean beauty, and I just do a very soft wash of like a taupey color on the lid just to give it a little bit of dimension, but I don't want to do eyeshadow, I use brushes like this, and I just start here and I just sweep it across up into the crease, up to the brow bone, just a soft wash of color, and this is perfect for that. So again, this is the S119, super soft bristles. This one I was so impressed with, and not even for the purpose that it's sold for. This is the S112. This is a pointed, I think they market it as a pointed lip brush, but I don't know, I hope you can see. It's like a triangle. See how it comes up into that, it's a very sharp point triangle. Very densely packed, so there's not much movement in the brushes. It's perfect, it would be perfect for lips. I have not used it for lips. Let me tell you what this is perfect for. I mean, perfect. When you're doing like a more intense eye, and maybe you've already done your outer V color, but you want to go in with like a black or a super dark brown just to amp it up a little bit, but obviously not overtake what you've already done on the outer V. You take this little sucker and you set it right down there on the outer corner of your eye, and it fits perfectly. That point goes right up into that crease. That point goes right down to that lash line, depending on how you're holding it. I used this last weekend before for the first time on a client, and I was floored. I was like, I need to get 5 more of these. They're so good. And I think I paid, like, after the discount, $2.50 or something for this brush. You cannot beat it. But I'm telling you, that just shows you don't use your brushes all the time for what they're marketed for. They're so useful for so many other things. All right, last brush. I have been talking for a long time. This is the S130. This is one of their pointed powder brushes, and I can't tell you how soft these bristles are. I mean, it's luxury. The first time I used this on a client, I used it with the Charlotte Tilbury pressed powder, and I just pressed it into her skin, and she was like, what is that brush? That's the softest thing you've used on me all day. And it just, you can press the powder in, you can swipe it off. If you bake, I don't bake on my clients, but if you do, I imagine it would be good to swipe the excess powder off. You can even buff with it. It's just beautiful. Again, this is the S130. Oh, here's my MAC 130 brush. Losing my mind. It was in my brush folio. All right. So here are the two real quick, just together. Really almost identical. The MAC 130, a little bit more densely packed, but that's about the only difference. Okay, I hope to goodness I can edit some of this out because my camera says 25 minutes right now, y'all. If I've been talking to you for 25 minutes, I would apologize, but I'm talking about one of my favorite things, so it's hard for me to say I'm sorry. I love makeup brushes. I love trying them. I love using them. I will always and forever believe that makeup does not make or break a face. A tool that you use for that makeup makes or break a face and your technique, but you know, the tools are really important. Have y'all gotten any new brushes lately? Because I'd really like to know. And again, if you want any separate videos on any of these brushes, be sure and let me know down in the comments. I always take your suggestions into consideration. I have a big list. You may not see it now, you may not see it next month, but you will see it eventually. So let me know what you would like to see with these brushes that I've shown you today. As always, if you have not subscribed, be sure and do that before you leave so you don't miss out on any future videos. Thank you so much for watching and have a very blessed day.